Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about verb. Verb has got two forms, regular and irregular. Now, what is verb? Verb is an action word, and it also has got many other functions. Verb is the most important word in a sentence. Now, what is a sentence? Sentence is a group of words put together in an arranged form, and it gives meaning. And a meaningful sentence cannot be formed without a verb. Now let us see about different functions of a verb. As we already said, it is an action word. What is done by a person or thing. So see the first example, Maya sings. So what does it Maya does here? She is singing. So the action is done by Maya singing. So sings is the verb in this sentence. Now the second sentence, a dog barks. So what does the dog does here? It barks. So the action word is barks and the verb is barks. Now let us look at the second function. What a noun is. Now look at the sentence. She is a teacher. So here in this sentence, she is the noun, and what does the noun does? She is a teacher. So is the verb in this sentence. Now second sentence, call is black. Now what is call? Call is black. It tells about its color. So this sentence is the verb. Now what is the next function of the verb? What our perception of a noun is. Now look at the sentence. The answer seems right. So it tells about our perception towards the answer. So here in this sentence, the answer seems to me, it is my perception, it seems to be right. So it is my perception. So in this sentence, seems is the verb. And the second sentence, the child appears to be all right. So here the word appears. It is my perception. So for me, he may be all right, but for others, he may not be all right. But it is my perception. So according to me, the child appears to be all right. So in this sentence, the word appears is the verb. Now look at into other functions of the verb. The verb mainly has got 5 forms. The base form of the verb, that is the root word. Now when we add ing to the verb, it is also another form of the verb. Then of course, as we know, the past tense or past form of the verb, then past participle form of the verb, and the infinite, that is 2 infinite form of the verb. Now let us look into the base form of the verb. Now the first word is laugh. Laugh means hasavu. Now the past tense of laugh is laughed. That means what already happened in the past. He laughed yesterday. Now the past participle form of the verb is also laughed. He has laughed or he had laughed. Now the ing form of the verb laugh plus ing, laughing. He is laughing in the classroom. Now the infinite form of the verb is to laugh. Now look at the second word, that is walk. Chalavu. He walks. Now the past tense of the verb is walked. Ed. He walked yesterday. We walked together yesterday. The past participle form of the verb is also walked. We had walked many miles together. Now the ing form. Walk plus ing, walking. We are walking in the street. Now the infinite form of the verb is walk, to walk. How to walk? Do you know how to walk? Now the next word is go. And it is also tells about chalavu, go. The past tense of go is went. He went to his room after finishing his homework. The past participle form of the verb is gone. He has gone to his room. He has gone to Singapore. He had gone to America. The ing form is go plus ing, going. We are going to watch a movie. We are going to hospital. We are going to catch. We are going to butch. Now the infinite form is to go. The fourth word is catch. Catch means pakadavu. I catch a ball. The past tense of catch is caught. We caught the thief. The past participle form is also caught. Now the ing form. Catch is the verb and plus we are adding ing, catching. We are catching the ball. We are catching the pencil. I am catching the cricket ball. And the infinite form is to catch. Now the next word is cut. Cut means kapu. The past tense of cut is cut. And the past participle form of the verb cut is also cut. So I cut the cake. He had cut the cake. Now the ing form, cutting. Cut plus ing. Now look at the word. It has got two T. Cutting. So we are cutting the cake. We are cutting a tree. Now the infinite form of the verb is to cut. Now let us look into the other forms of the verb, that is helping verbs and main verbs. Now look at these sentences. Karan was crossing the road. Now what is he doing? He is crossing the road. So in this sentence, the action is done by Karan is crossing. So the verb is crossing. Now the next sentence, I can swim. What can you do? I can swim. So it is swim is a verb. It shows his ability. I can swim. The next sentence, I have finished my work. So what have you done? I have finished. So finished is the verb in this sentence. Very often a verb consists of more than one word. In the sentences above, the words can and have are helping verb. or auxiliary verb. While crossing swim, and finished are main verb. So in these sentences there are two types of verbs. So one is auxiliary verbs and another one is main verb. So let us again look into first sentence. I can swim. So in this sentence the action is swimming. So that is a main verb. And the auxiliary verb is can. And in the second sentence, I have finished my work. So in this sentence, the main verb is finished and the auxiliary verb is have. So the helping verbs are needed to form the grammatical structure of a sentence, especially to form tenses on their own. Helping verbs do not tell us very much. However, they help the main verb. So the helping verbs will help the main verb, which carries the real meaning. The primary helping verbs are forms of the verb like be, do, and have. These verbs can be used as helping verbs as main verb. Now look at these sentences. Aditya is writing an essay. So in this sentence, what is the action he is doing? He is writing. So writing is the main verb. And we have another word is is. So is the helping verb. Now look into second sentence. Aslam is the head boy of the school. Now which is the noun? Noun is the Aslam. Now which is the main verb in the sentence? That's Aslam is. So he is, what is he? He is the head boy of the school. So he is the main verb in this sentence. Now, does Mrs. Rao teach English? It is a question. So in this sentence, does is the helping verb. And what does Rao do? She teach. So teach is the main verb. Now look into next sentence, that is, I do my homework at night. So do is the main verb here. What do? I do my homework. Now next sentence, Kriti has lost her pen. So she has lost, that is action. So the lost is the main verb and she has, it is a helping verb or auxiliary verb. Now next sentence, Nina has a new car. So here what does she has? She has a new car. So has is the main verb. So when used as a helping verb, the verb be is used as a helping verb. So when do we use this helping verb? To make a continuous tenses. So what is a continuous tenses? So we already said continuous tense. We make use of ing form. Verb plus ing. For example, is, am, are, was, and were. Now look into sentences. Raj is watching TV at home. So what does it Raj doing it here? He is watching TV. So which is a verb? Here watching. Watch plus ing, watching. The verb is watching. Now Shabnam was waiting for you at the bus stop. So what was she doing? She was waiting. So which is a verb? Here the verb is wait. and plus ing form, waiting. So waiting is the main verb in the sentence. Now look into second, to make the passive. The fruits are kept in the basket. The fruits are kept in the basket. So in this sentence, we have the verb are kept. Next sentence, the thief was caught. The thief was caught, sorry. So here in this sentence, who caught the thief? Maybe the police, maybe the people, but he was caught by the police. So in the passive form, we have the verb was caught. Now the next one, the verb have is used to make a perfect tense. So what are the forms of perfect tense? In the present tense we have has and have, and in the past tense we have had. Now look into the sentences. I have finished my assignment. Have finished. So the perfect tenses, as we already said, have finished is the verb in this sentence. Now next one, and that is also in the present tense, present perfect tense. Now look into the next sentence. He had made a promise. He had made. So when we see the word had itself, we can easily understand that it is in the past perfect tense. So he had made a promise. So in this sentence, had made is the verb. Now next one, the verb do is used to make negatives. I do not like coffee. So in this sentence, look into the sentence. It says I do not like coffee. Mane coffee bilkul gamtu nathi. Do not like. So to tell something about negative, we use the verb word do. So do not like is the verb in the sentence. Next sentence, Payal did not know the answer. So in this sentence itself, we can easily understand that did not. So it is clearly tells about the past tense. So the Payal, the past form of do is did. So Payal did not know. So did not know is the verb in this sentence. Now next one, do ask questions. It is to ask a question. Verb is used to ask a question. First one, do you want some food? So we are asking somebody, do you want some food? Thumbnail. So in this sentence, do you want is the verb used. It's a question. Next sentence, what did Bala drink? What did Bala drink? Since in sentence, it is in the past tense. Did Bala drink? So did drink is the verb. Now next one, to show emphasis, to stress something. First example is I do study for my exam. I do study. So we are emphasis in that during exams I study. So I do study. We are emphasis that we always study in the exams. So do study is the verb. Preeti did sing well. So we are telling that Preeti sang very well. So we are emphasis that she did sing well. She sang very well. Another class of helping or auxiliary verbs is the modal auxiliaries, which expresses an idea like a possibility, permission, etc. We will study them in detail in the chapter 12. Now here we have few exercise. It is very easy. Once you have followed the text, then it is very easy to give the answer. Let's try. First one, Priya doesn't live in Delhi. Now you have to underline which is the auxiliary verb and circle the main verb. So underline the auxiliary verb and circle the main verb. Now tell me which is the auxiliary verb in this sentence. First one, Priya doesn't live in Delhi. So in this sentence, doesn't is the auxiliary verb, and the next one, live is the main verb. Okay. Now look at the second sentence. Are they working on a new assignment? So in this sentence, are is the auxiliary verb and working is the main verb. Are they working on a new assignment? Now third sentence, Maya laughs loudly. How does Maya laugh? She laughs loudly. So in this sentence, we have only one main verb, that is laughs. So in this sentence, laughs is a main verb. Now the fourth sentence, Mona is a dress designer. Mona is a dress designer. So in this sentence, we have one verb that is called is. Mona is a dress designer. Now the fifth sentence, Harsh has driven down from Haridwar. Harsh has driven, that means he was driving down from Haridwar. So he has driven down from Haridwar. So in this sentence, we have two verbs. The main verb is drive. So driven is the main verb. And what is auxiliary verb? It is has. He has, sorry, Harsh has driven. Has to driven is the, has is the auxiliary verb and driven is the main verb. And the sixth one, I do understand your feelings. So in this sentence, do is the auxiliary verb, understand is the main verb. So do is the auxiliary verb, understand is the main verb. Now seventh question, Taban does the dishes every night. Taban does the dishes every night. So in this sentence, we have only one verb, that is does. Taban does the dishes every night. Now eighth one. Wait. Now eighth one. We have, when does the train reach Hyderabad? Eighth one. When does the train reach Hyderabad? So in this sentence, we have two verbs. One, the main verb is reach. And what is the auxiliary verb? The auxiliary verb is does. So does is the auxiliary verb and reach is the main verb. And the ninth one, we have, Himmat was always punctual even as a child. तो बालपण ये क्लास में वो पंक्चुअल હતો, regular હતો. So in this sentence we have one main verb, that is he was punctual. So was is the main verb. The 10th one, all the tickets were sold on the first day. तो पहला दिन में बेदी टिकटो sold they give. So in this sentence we have two verbs. The main verb is sold, selling, to sold, and the auxiliary verb is where. So where is the auxiliary verb and sold is the main verb. The 11th one, we do enjoy a well-made film. तो अपने बताने सारा फिल्म तो गमे छे. So we do enjoy a well-made film. The sentence ma, in this sentence we have two words. One is enjoy. Enjoy is the main verb and do is the auxiliary verb. Enjoy is the main verb and do is the auxiliary verb. Next sentence, the new band has dedicated their first song to all their teachers. The new band has dedicated their first song to all their teachers. So in this sentence we have two verb. First verb is, the main verb is dedicated. What did they do? They dedicated their first song to all the teachers. And we have now the auxiliary verb, that is has. The main verb is dedicated and the auxiliary verb is has. And the 13th sentence, Raghav has a job with a prestigious software firm. So he has a job, where he has a job in a prestigious software firm. So here we have a verb, that is has. Raghav has a job. Has is the main verb in the sentence. Now next one, Kaya likes Indian classical music. तो बताने classical music तो गमे छे. So Kaya likes Indian classical music. So in this sentence, he likes. So likes is the main verb. Last sentence, the children were making faces at the monkeys. The children were making faces at the monkeys. So this sentence we have two verb. What were they doing? They were making. So making is the main verb. And we have an auxiliary verb, that is were. So in this sentence we have two verb. First is making, that is the main verb, and where is the auxiliary verb. Now we have another exercise. Write sentence pairs of your own using be, do, and have once as main verb and then as helping verb. So students, let us finish till here, till exercise 2, and we will continue tomorrow.